An easy two. Get back on defense.
Into the front court. It's Wall. Minute gone by in the second quarter. There it is, John Wall. He's finally on the board. Makes his first shot.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
Waller into the front court. Lead stands at 10. To Wall. Here's a chance from long range, and John Wall still able to get it to go down with the defense closing.
Pressure on the defense. You can no longer build your teams inside out. The new way, you build your team outside in.
Oh, a whistle.
He took a chance. That's the right call.
Coach is going to adjust his matchups. Step. Count the basket inside. His instincts are unnatural, but what makes him so good given the work he's put in?
The special thing about Stephen Curry is that his entire life he has practiced great habits. A lot of players practice and get up shots, but they don't practice the right habits, and that comes with the lineage. His father, Dale Curry, making sure that he puts in the time and effort, but the proper skill with the time and effort.
Into the front court, it's Irving. The lead is 11. Sets him up, throws it down off the alley-oop pass. That has to feel deflating for the other side.
They've really came out and made a statement so far in this first half. Another powerful dunk, but another easy dunk. Yeah. When are we going to see some defense?
I got him. Here we go.
Screen coming.
Screen coming.
Love to Butler. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Off the iron. No good. Irving. Pass to the rim. Donovan Mitchell with the rock. It's a turnover as they head the other way. Butler to bring it up. His team on top. Flushes down the slam. Jay, no question. There's an unspoken bond there.
Just on the same wavelength. And how about this? Sometimes a bad pass is a great pass when you have somebody as athletic as that can catch that anywhere and slam it down.
Wall with it up top. He'll run the offense. Deep right corner. Irving. That's off the side of the rim, no good. Mitchell with it up top. Down by 15. Runner here, won't go. Into the front court comes Wall. Looking to make something happen. Get down. Kevin Love snatching it out of the air.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Oh, they call the foul, Jay.
Those cat-like hands almost got a steal.
Substitution being made in this one. LeBron guarded by out of bounds.
Turn that ball over like that.
DeRozan. He's going to the free throw line to shoot.
I don't know about that one, Ed. I always thought your hand was part of the ball.
Stephen Curry, couple of free throws on the way. He's perfect from the line so far. First one, count it. Goes 2 for 2.
Let's go, boy. Catch me out.
To Butler. Wall, defended by Steph Curry. Leonard buries the three.
And if you're on D right now, if you're off on the weak side, stunt towards the driver. That means fake at him. Don't overcommit. Stunt, then get back to your stay at home. Force him to make one of those passes or force him to take a crazy shot at the rim.
Nice finish at the rim.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Trying to cash in. Missed it. He always has the green. Was ready.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
DeMar DeRozan. He's 3 of 5. 60% shooting from the field.
Just a ball-handling wizard, still putting people under his spell.
Free throws coming up.
Love the fact that the shooter created contact on the upward motion to shoot the basketball. Big-time play.
Kevin Love. He's got 2 shots coming. For his career, 82%. For his free throw, is good. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. Harden with it up top. 14-point deficit. Curry goes to the right side. Harden buries it on the catch and shoot.
They're shooting the ball well, but let me tell you why. They're already ready to shoot before they even catch the ball. Look at their hands. Their hands are ready, providing a target. So when they catch that ball, they go right into their shot. We call that being shot ready.
D has got it. Damian Lillard. He's now shooting 5 for 7. It's Steph at the controls. Kevin Durant with the block. That's going to get out of bounds. Last touch by Beal. James slams it down.
Oh, man, did you see that swiftness? He dunked that thing like a tennis ball.
It looked like that in his hand. To Durant. Lillard takes aim at Steph Curry. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
Goes 2 for 2 at the line.
Oh, you've been in the gym, huh?
Lillard, defended by DeMar DeRozan. Has a look. The screen sets him up for 2.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Knocked loose. Nikola Vucevic swats it.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Nikola Vucevic able to recover with the block.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
Vucevic matched up with the former Wildcat. To Beal. Knocks it down from mid-range.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Harden has it up. Harden. Nikola Vucevic pins it.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
To the rim. Durant. Lillard. He engulfed him that time.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Got it.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
To Green. Kevin Durant. Huge block.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game. No man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
Lillard here against Steph. To Beal. Lets it fly from long range. Bradley Beal. He's going to get a chance at 3 here. For his career, 79% at the line. And he connects on the first free throw. And he misses the second.
Way to hit.
It's Steph Curry with the rock to Green. Kevin Durant tips it.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
It's a turnover as they head the other way.
That's called game plan execution to perfection. Every possession on the road is critical.
DeRozan with it. Down bundle to Green. DeRozan. And Draymond Green throws it down.
I don't think I could do that on a 5-foot rim.
I can, because that's my only choice. To Beal. To Love. From long range. Textbook defense.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
He cruises in for 2. Too easy.
Curry, obviously the greatest shooter we've ever seen. Yeah, I said it. But he's so good at driving and using his body to shield off the contact.
Lillard. To Love. Beal sizing up Draymond Green. Great. Tosses. Durant. And he'll go to the foul line.
Aggressive play there, but you can't fault the defender for being up in the shooter. You need to contest shots, each and every one of them.
And hits the first free throw. 2 for 2 on that trip. Oh, whistle.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
Knocks down the first. And he makes them both. Beal against Harden.
Screen on your left. Screen on your left.
Throws it up. Around the perimeter. Love. It's good. Coach wants to see more from his D.
And they're relentless with these long shots. It just seems like their spacing is perfect, and they come down, they know exactly where they want to be, and they're shooting the ball without hesitation.
Lillard can't get the bounce. Curry with the ball. Deep left corner. Baseline drive. The crossover gets inside and the slam dunk. He was ready right at the tip.
What a first half he's having. He came out of the gate, attacked, found ways to get to the rim. Now look how easy the game is coming to him.
Lillard defended by Towns. Vucevic to Beal. Lillard. Shot off the mark. Good defense.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
To Lillard. Screen coming. Lillard guarded by Towns. Yes, and the foul, and a chance at 3 coming up.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
Free throw's good as they continue to widen their lead.
Ooh, I like that.
Curry to bring it up.
Here we go.
His guys can hold for the final shot. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. Nothing going here on that drive. No good, but 2 shots coming up for Joel Embiid.
Smart play to rip through the extended arm of the defender. That will get you to the free throw line every time.
Joel Embiid at the line for 2 shots. For his career, 77% at the line. And gets both to drop at the line. Late heave to beat the buzzer. A very one-sided first half of basketball as we are at halftime. Let's get you to our...
And with that, I'm sending it back to Ed and Jay to bring you the rest of the game.
Antetokounmpo. To Durant. Shot clock, it's coming down to 4. Now down to 3. Kevin Durant. With that shot, he's 5 for 8. Kevin Durant, dynamic once again.
And giving it to you any way you want it. On the block, from the perimeter, mouse in the house, whatever the scenario is, Kevin Durant has an answer.
To Lillard. Durant, here against Steph. Terrific vision.
Oh! Out there looking like the Kimbe Mutombo.
Took it right to him, and the defender was ready.
Fight over.
Shot clock winding down. Beal, smothering D.
Welcome to the roller coaster ride of basketball. Just because you were knocking down those open looks in the first half doesn't mean you're going to knock them down all game long.
Draymond Green will go to the line to shoot 2.
Sometimes when you get up big, you get a little careless. But attention to detail through the end, that's how you avoid unnecessary fouls.
First one goes down. So he hits the first, misses the second. To Beal. There's the toss. Flushes down the slam.
Sometimes when the players find that flow, nobody else needs to touch the ball. He's in the zone by himself.
It's James Harden once again. Off the penetration, almost, but no good. Durant across the timeline. His guys holding the big lead. To Lillard. Nothing going here on that drive. Lillard for 2. LeBron into the front court. His guys down big, and he's fouled. A couple of free throws coming up, Jay.
Just because a team's winning doesn't mean the refs are going to put away the whistle. Play right all the way through.
LeBron James, a couple of free throws on the way. For his career, 73%. Oops, he missed the first one. Second one goes. It's a 1 of 2 trip. Giannis with it up top. His guys hold a commanding lead. Gets it in the left corner. Durant to Antetokounmpo. Screen coming. Looking for his man. Flushes down the slam. Jay, that's a strong connection.
And it's always about the play before the play. Look how the eyesight was able to connect between 2 players. We call that an eyesight contract. Because when you have a contract that's signed, sealed, and then delivered like that, that's how great plays are made.
Stephen Curry with a look. Knocks down a tough shot. Now a smothering defense.
Might have had an extra dribble or 2 there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Lillard takes aim at Steph Curry. It goes down.
You see, here's why versatility is so imperative for your offensive repertoire. If you're a one-trick pony as a defender, I know exactly how to defend you because you only do one thing. But if you have versatility, then the coach can put you in multiple looks within the offense, and you can get it any way you want.
Lillard here against Steph. Going along beyond the arc. Now that's a contest.
Notice that the defense isn't giving him as much space anymore. They're crowding him every time he catches the ball and really getting into his legs defensively.
Giannis Antetokounmpo sends it away. Whistled for the foul. Chance coming up at the free throw line.
I say this a lot, and it's only because coaches harp on it all the time. Read the scouting reports. Know who you can and should send to the line. This is a case of knowing a shooter probably had a better chance of hitting a jumper than he does of hitting the free throws.
KP, Kristaps Porzingis. He's 3 for 7.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
Durant to Irving. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Man, if we were at Rucker Park right now, everybody will be wilding on the court. Guarantee it.
Harden with the basketball. He'll run the offense. Got a piece of it.
Jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation. Irving brings the ball up court.
Got to get through the screen. Get through it. Get through it.
Take stock of the floor. Here comes the screen.
Screen come on.
Irving. Harden with the rebound. Harden into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Porzingis with the slam. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters. But when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
Slams it down. Big finish for Joel Embiid.
It's that easy, Ed. You never want to leave any doubt when attacking the rim.
Joel Embiid with a piece.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Irving. It's good. Defense has to pick things up.
And I don't know why the defense continues to help on guys that drive. Make them take shots over your bigs. By you helping more, you're just leaving 3-point shooters open on the perimeter.
KP, Kristaps Porzingis. With that, he's 5 for 9.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great. That's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
I got him. I got him. Here we go.
Giannis Antetokounmpo sends it away. Couldn't keep it in. Last touch by Giannis Antetokounmpo. Coach has seen enough. He wants some changes. New personnel onto the floor. Knocks it down from mid-range.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
Kyrie Irving controlling the offense to Butler for 3. Offensive rebound. Sizing up the defense. Butler to Griffin. Layup's good. Those are the types of shots you always strive for.
Ed, sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
I got blocked.
Takes it right to the rim. A lot of contact there, but they say no foul.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Here's Leonard for 2. Off the mark. Down the lane to lay it in.
It just seems like one of 3 things happen every time James Harden has the ball. Either he scores, he gets fouled, or he kicks it out to someone for a 3. Pick your poison.
And his foot was on the line. It's going the other way. Looks like some substitutions are coming on in.
Right.
Irving sets him up, throws it down off the alley-oop pass.
This is why I go back into player mode. If a dude starts to try to have 40 points on me, I'm going to foul out. I'm going to start hitting him in places he's not used to being hit. I'm trying to do anything to throw him off his game.
Anthony Davis just a little bit. 2 for 5.
Oh, my goodness. Someone please patch me into the arena intercom. Clean up on aisle 3.
Anthony Davis snatching it out of the air.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
You're on the island now.
Mitchell, tough matchup against Butler. Nikola Vucevic with the block.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Cashes in for 2.
Well, the shooting has been spectacular, but one of the things that I've seen as the difference maker in this ball game is how they are catching the basketball. They're not establishing a pivot foot, which leaves the defense wondering which way you can drive. But when that shot is working like that, you got it any way you want.
To Irving. Pass to the rim with the interception.
You know, Ed, sometimes you're just more ready to play than your opponent. The intensity and the effort is off the charts.
Right time, right player.
Can't teach height.
Irving lobs it up, flushes down the slam. Jay, no question. There's an unspoken bond there.
Just on the same wavelength. And how about this? Sometimes a bad pass is a great pass when you have somebody as athletic as that can catch that anywhere and slam it down.
Oh, ferocious slam inside. Here on their home floor, they're chipping.
Does this crowd have a pulse? Are they even alive? Sometimes when you make a play like that, your crowd needs to get you back in this ballgame.
Works it to Griffin. Down to 5 on the 24. That's usually one that he'll knock down.
The most important thing a shooter can do is continue to shoot. The defense is always going to give great effort, but it's more of your psyche that goes into the next shot that will limit you on whether you make the shot or not.
Flushes it home.
And cutting hard in transition is one of the most underrated things about this game. The harder you can cut is the more it opens up the floor to make plays just like that.
Kawhi Leonard, defended by Draymond Green. Jumper's good.
You see, the great playmakers see the shot before it ever happens. They recognize how they were being guarded on their previous set, and then they make the necessary adjustments.
Kawhi Leonard rejects it. That's off of Leonard, out of bounds. Opposing coach is going to counter, make some changes of his own. Harden. Lays it up and in.
He was so wide open. Pretty much looked like a deer staring into the headlights. Last resort, but still, points on the board.
Right. Hey, left.
Irving. And good work defensively as the pass is taken away. James, guarded by Jimmy Butler. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
Oh, he should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The refs spit, and that's the game.
They're going to make some changes with some new personnel on the floor. And he can't convert the free throw. Leonard to Irving. To the rim. Lays it up and in. Jay, you've known Kyrie Irving since he was a young man growing up in New Jersey. He's overcome a lot of obstacles, chief among them staying healthy and on the floor.
Yeah, Ed, he's been battling injuries since his freshman year of college, but the beautiful thing about Kyrie Irving is that he always loves the big stage. Making the game-winning shot in Game 7, he will continue to do so when he surrounds himself with great, inspiring leaders with the likes of such Kobe Bryant.
Durant, where's the chatter? No one was even close to him.
And here's the setup, Ed, down the stretch. From a player who's been in these type of positions, eventually I'm going to hit you with a head fake, and you're going to have to jump considering I just made the last couple of threes. And that's when I find an easy way to get to the rim or force the defense to collapse and kick out for, guess what, another one.
Wide open. Too easy. You can't give him that look.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. The pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Kevin Durant lets it fly. Add 2 points to the board.
I get tired of hearing guys say, I was there, I contested a shot. I pretty much had a hand in his face. Well, no, you have to change up the game.
That's me.
If a guy is right-handed, he is right eye dominant. Get that hand over his right eye, block his vision. That'll enhance his chances of missing the shot.
I'll go here. I got this D on you.
Screen coming. Team Curry going to have the ball first as we start the fourth. And they really had very little go right for it on either end of the floor.
Remember that old line, your attitude determines your altitude? But when you see dejected faces on the sideline, that poor body language gave you an impression that they had no chance to win this game.
Lillard here against Harden. Nothing going here on that drive. Gets to the basket and scores.
And a lot of folks last year, including myself, were surprised that Dame was named first-team All-NBA ahead of Russell Westbrook. Look, I love Dame's game, but come on, man. Russ averaged a triple-double for the second season in a row. Stop it.
Goes to the right side. Lillard here against Steph. To Antetokounmpo. Embiid to Lillard. And look out.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat five, but we're watching one man carry 4 other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
Knocked loose. Harden in possession. Down a bundle. Curry.
Close out.
Oh, he just continues to pour it in from downtown. He's 6 of 7 from 3.
This is probably the time that you adjust your defense, maybe play some zone, maybe a box someone, or maybe just double team them.
To Wall. Love. Second effort. Kicks it around the perimeter. To Love. Oh, not a good pass there. That's a turnover.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
It's a big finish.
It's not every day that you see a 6'9", 265-pound freight train coming down the lane. You probably want to step out of it.
Screen coming. Lillard to Love. Kevin Love. Oh, 3 for 8. He's got to do better.
You know, it reminds me out of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Here comes the screen.
Pick it up.
The screen sets him up for 2.
Good shot, man.
Bread and butter. And there are few that can do it better off the screen.
Curry into the front court. His guys down.
He sent that one to the 3rd row.
He was locked in. That was impressive. Flushes down the slam.
I remember my high school coach said one man can't beat 5. Well, I'm telling you right now, he lied. I'm watching it happen in person.
And too much contact.
Those cat-like hands almost got a steal.
We have both squads set to make some moves right now. 4-3. Add another one to his total. That's now 7 threes for the ball game.
And the ball is finding him wherever he goes on the court. Man, that boy, he the best.
Wall here against Harden. Fires the 3, and John Wall still able to get it to go down with the defense. closing in.
Defense, do the math. You force him to take tough twos, you'll probably have a better chance to win this game if you can slow down the pace.
It's a turnover as they head the other way. Turns, hops, and finishes. The abuse at the rim for Blake Griffin. Jay, that's been the story this evening.
I mean, another one? Another dunk? Another easy possession? I mean, how demoralizing can this be for the team? Why am I the only one yelling? I don't see anybody on the bench yelling. I don't see anybody on the court even angry right now.
Curling inside. And a rim rocker. Joel Embiid.
Oh, man, you're not supposed to be able to do that with that size. But in today's game, dexterity and mobility are off the charts for bigs.
Here we go.
Count the basket, and it could have been more. No whistle.
Well, he finished strong because he was able to initiate the contact. When you initiate the contact first, you bounce off the defender, which balances you at the rim.
And he hits.
Oh, don't see the read. Be the read.
DeRozan with the basketball. He'll run the... Got a piece of it.
Jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation. To the rim. Flushes down the slam. Jay, that's a strong connection.
And it's always about the play before the play. Look how the eyesight was able to connect between two players. We call that an eyesight contract. Because when you have a contract that's signed, sealed, and then delivered like that, that's how great plays are made.
Shifting gears, here comes some substitutions. Draymond Green trying to cash in on the three-point play. He struggled so far. Missed it at the line. I don't know what the defender was doing there, but count the points.
Great job using that shoulder to create contact with the defender without hesitation.
And Jimmy Butler. The jumper's off the mark.
I just love where this takes you into the psychological battle as a player offensively. Was that a great contest, or did you just miss the shot? But now you have me thinking about that the entire next possession.
Harden, defended by Wall. Stuffs it down with authority. He's been a one-man show, but Jay, they're still down in this one.
He's there alone.
Flushes down the slam.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Here's Curry with it up top. Looking to make something happen. DeRozan sizing up Butler. They get it down to Harden. Old school backs his man down for the basket.
Old school equals high percentage.
Lillard matched up with the two-time MVP. Tosses. Oh, good work to step in front. The pass taken away. Nikola Vucevic swats it.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Out of bounds the call. Off Kevin Love. Time to shuffle things up. Green. Kevin Love able to recover with the block. Almost lost it. The possession, it's still theirs. Kevin Love pins it.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Count the basket. A lot of contact. No foul.
It just ain't stopping him but him. Once he's found his offensive swag, that boy's never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Driving right to the basket. Straight down the middle of the lane. Way to punch it home.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
Lillard to Butler. Lillard. He was all over him.
He was absolutely scoring at will in the first half. But now that the defense has picked up, don't try to do too much. Less is more.
Short jumper misses.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
Jay, he comes. Mans the paint this time down.
You know, Ed, I'm down with guys having 35, 40, maybe 50 points in the game. But the one thing you look for in the defensive end, when there's a huddle after a guy has dropped multiple buckets on you in a row, and everybody's quiet, nobody stands up and says, yo, I got him, I'm going to stop him, you're in a worrisome place for your team.
Buckets.
Damian Lillard tips it.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
Lillard throws it up, flushes down the slam.
So much about passing is about the pace of the pass. Sometimes you need to dart the pass through the gap. Other times you need to have a feathery touch where you can loft the ball up for your player to dunk the ball. That pace is everything in this game.
Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. Joel Embiid.
Whoa! Get that out of here!
Message sent, Jay. Substitution being made in this one. Curry all the way, but a shot won't fall.
It's easy for the offense to get agitated when you keep turning around and the defense is right there in your face. The jawing is only going to escalate.
Lock up. There you go. Cutter. Coming through.
He was smothered and still gets it to go down.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
To Adetokunbo. Fires the three. Misfires. It's no good. And he's going to the free throw line.
Just because a team's winning doesn't mean the refs are going to put away the whistle. Play right all the way through.
Stephen Curry. He's got 2 shots coming. Hasn't missed yet. Off the mark on the first free throw. Misses the second as well. Kawhi Leonard up against DeRozan. Here's a chance from long range. Another chance. And a putback slam.
This may sound cheesy, but sometimes you just need to sit back, get a tub of popcorn, and just enjoy the show, because that's what you're watching right now.
James. Great defense, forcing the miss.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Here comes the screen. Leonard to Adetokunbo. Leonard. No good. That's great defense. John Wall with a piece. A 3 at the buzzer, and it's going to bring some icy stares from the other bench. This one is now all over.
The East All-Stars put together a nice win here today. Sometimes a team can hurt itself by being so aggressive on defense. And sometimes a team can guarantee itself a win by using defensive aggression in a focused way, like we saw here today. The East got their score from the guys you're seeing here on screen. The West All-Stars couldn't put it together to get the victory here today. And even though some of them smiled and shook hands with the other guys after the game, you could tell by the way they headed to the tunnels how disappointed they were about this loss. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the West All-Stars.
Game traffic. Defense.
the East All-Stars, put under pressure defensively in this game. And in return, they put back some blocks and steals on the stat sheet. Not only that, they put a W in the win column. And that's everyone's favorite stat.
The All-Star Game MVP. Who was cold?
Every player that makes it to the NBA is a great athlete, but even the best players have their off nights. Today was just one of those days for this guy. Here we go with the top plays.
Number 2. Number 1.
This has been a presentation of ESPN on EA Sports. Until next time, I'm Jalen Rose, signing off.